What is an Ocean by Bobby Coleman. What is an ocean? An ocean is a huge area of water. The water in oceans is salt water. Salt water has a lot of salt in it. So you see here on page 4, we have the bold word ocean, because that's important to the understanding of the book, and the two words salt water, which also help us understand the book. Page 5. There are 5 oceans on Earth. Their names are the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. Find the names on this map. The Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean. So you see the map there. The Pacific is in purple on the left and the right. The Arctic is at the top. The Atlantic is in the middle. The Indian is in yellow near the right-hand side, and the Southern Ocean is at the bottom. Icy Oceans, there we have a heading. So this tells us what we're going to be reading about. So we're going to be reading about icy oceans. The Arctic Ocean is at the top of the Earth. The land around it is called the Arctic. Polar bears live on the ice in the Arctic. So if you look at the globe on page 6, that's the Earth, and there's the Arctic Ocean at the top where the arrow is pointing down. Page 7. The Southern Ocean is at the bottom of Earth. It is around a frozen land called Antarctica. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. So if you look at the globe again, you look at the bottom, and it's got an arrow pointing up to the Southern Ocean, and Antarctica is down there. If you look at the picture, they have the penguins that are playing around on the ice. Penguins live on the ice in Antarctica. That's your caption that explains the picture. So now our heading is warm oceans. So now we're not looking at icy oceans, we're looking at warm oceans. If you look on page 8, near where the text is, there's a picture of the globe with a red dotted line in the middle. That is the equator. There's not really a line. It's like an imaginary invisible line that splits the top and bottom of the Earth. The weather is always hot near the middle of the Earth. The ocean waters near the middle of Earth are warm. Page 9. The water in warm oceans is clear. So they wanted you to remember that because they bolded the word clear. Near the shore, you can see through it. The shore is land at the edge of an ocean. So if you did not know what shore was, they're telling you in that next sentence after the bold word shore, shore is land at the edge of an ocean. At the beach. A beach is a shore. Beach is a bold word, so we know that that's important to understand the text. Also remember that the bold words are usually in the back in the glossary. This beach has sand. It is a great place to make sand castles. So there they have the picture near the text of the sand castle with the label. And then you see the kids trying to build a sand castle in the sand below that. Page 11, the water near the beach is shallow. Shallow is a bold word, so shallow is going to be important to understand the book. Shallow water is not deep. So now we know if we didn't know what shallow water was like, it means not deep. This boy can see the fish swimming in the shallow water. Underwater homes. So our heading is underwater homes. So we'll probably be learning about the things that live underwater. On page 12, you see the picture with the white writing on top of it that says coral reef. That is what the picture is showing. I know there's some fish in it too, but they're also showing you the coral reef. Many kinds of fish and other animals live in the shallow waters of warm oceans. They live in habitats And if you haven't heard that word before, that means where a living thing lives, its home. And that's bold, probably will be in the glossary later on. Oh, I see it in the next sentence. And their habitat is called coral reefs. A habitat is, they're about to give you a definition, an animal's natural home. On page 13, animals, such as this giant moray eel, find food in coral reefs. Moray eels eat fish and other ocean animals. If I didn't know what that animal was, now I do because the text told me what it was. Now we're on to coral reefs and islands. It's not pronounced islands, it's islands. We don't pronounce that S. So on page 14, you see a photograph. They're pointing to the coral reefs in the ocean, and they're also pointing to the island with labels. Many coral reefs are near islands. We are about to learn what an island is because the next sentence is defining it for us. It's giving us a definition. But it is a bold word, and it does help us to understand everything about oceans. An island is land with water all around it. The water is shallow near this island. What does that mean? Shallow means not deep. The reefs around it get a lot of sunshine. Now, we kind of talked about islands when we talked about landforms, and an island was something that has water all around it. Hopefully you remembered that. On page 15, you see another picture of an island, and it's labeled with the white word island. This coral reef is very close to an island. The water above the reef is clear. The sun shines through the water and reaches the reef. Now we've got a new heading on page 16, coral reef animals. If you went snorkeling in a coral reef, what might you see? So snorkeling is a bold word, so I'm guessing later on in the glossary we'll see what that definition of it is because there's not another sentence to explain it. If you look at the bottom of 16, you see the picture. That's a photograph of an octopus. It says you might see an octopus with 8 arms. Then on 17, you might see a sea turtle. So if I didn't know what that was, and now I know that that's a sea turtle. Or you might even see a big shark. Long trips, that's our heading. So we're going to be learning about, I guess, animals in the ocean that take long trips. Many ocean animals make long trips. Whales swim from cold ocean waters to warm waters to have their babies. The babies cannot live in cold water. When the babies grow bigger, they can live in cold water. They swim home with their mothers. It will take this mother and baby whale 2 months to swim to the cold waters. Page 20, ocean waves. So here we're going to be learning about the waves in the ocean. The water in oceans is always moving. Wind pushes water. The water moves in waves. There's another bold word. Some waves are small, other waves are very big. It's fun to play in ocean waves. Rocky shore. So not every shore has sand on it. Some, especially up north, my mom used to live in Massachusetts, and they have rocky shores there. Ocean water moves onto shore. When it moves onto shore, it forms pools between rocks. Animals get trapped in these pools. Uh-oh. So here are the questions, and what I'd like you to do is get a whiteboard out and your marker, and you're going to number it from 1 to 8 because there's 8 questions, and you're going to write the answer by each number, which answer you think is the correct one. Okay, so the title of the book we read was What is an Ocean? Which name below is not one of our oceans, excuse me. So we're looking for the one that is not. That's why they put not in capital letters. So is it the Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Antarctic Ocean, or the Atlantic Ocean? The next question, 2, says, what is an ocean? How many oceans are there? Are there 20? Are there 5? Are there 6? Or are there 4? Question 3. Which ocean is between North America and Africa? Is it the Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, or the North American Ocean? Near which ocean do polar bears live? Question number 4. In the Arctic Ocean, Pacific, or Antarctica? Question 5. A beach is a type of island, shore, or fun place. Number 6. Which is a habitat of warm, shallow waters? Coral reefs, deep sea vents, or underwater forests? Question number 7. Why do many whales swim to warm ocean water areas to have their babies? Is it because there's lots of food in the warm waters? The babies need the warm water. They cannot live in cold water yet. There aren't many predators in the warm waters. Question number 8. What is an ocean? Wind can make ocean waves. True or false? So your choices are true, false, or only on Sundays.